carry on how I mean to go on, as it were. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is an evening of, as I said, poetry, stories, music, comedy. Next up, I think we should have a poet. You think we should have something
I'm not up there.
to change the mood a little, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the stage. We haven't had him for, crikey, probably about a year. Yeah, we were in the other venue last time we saw John. Please welcome to the stage Mr. John Harrison.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hi. Let's just see what we've got. Right. Okay. Tonight, that's brilliant. Someone's laughing already. I said, no, I'm off now. It's downhill from that. No. Right. Okay. At some point, I'm going to be funny, but I'm not going to tell you when that is, because the last time I did that, I had never seen so much of a straight-faced person in all my life. Right. I'm going to start with a serious one now, very, very short, and respect to all people that have lost during war and etc., etc., and it's called, and this is world peace. One dies, another picks up the gun. One dies, another picks up the gun. One dies, another picks up the gun. There's no end to this peace. That's it. Now, just in case, because I am funny sometimes, but quite often I'm not. So I just thought, just to help, I brought some cards for you all. There's not as many as I thought there might be this night, but so if I want like laughter, I'll get that one out. And if I want a little bit more, I get laugh like your life depends on it. And if that doesn't work, then there's always, no, seriously, your life.
You're very good at them.
Right, my eyesight's going a bit as well, like that's right. I mean, I have been funny before. I was absolutely hilarious the other day. It's just a shame I was the only one there. But you know what they say, you get what you pay for, and you haven't paid me. But tonight, it's a crossroads for me. It's a life of comedy or a life of crime. And I'd like to just make this statement that if it doesn't work out tonight and you go home and you can't find your wallet or your phone, it's not. Also tonight I shall be using some pictures that were handcrafted by monks in the deepest Mongolia. Well, actually not. They were done by me with Mark Penn and anyway, but that just really sounds good. The main thing is I'm used to being on my own, so I'm used to the silence even more. I would tell you about once the chicken that crossed the road, they put on the passing and it's just not as funny. Right. Now for something serious. For the poetry snobs. No. Poetry. Painting the world with the beauty of words, almost as beautiful as the world that created them. I'm afraid that was it. Now, can I get myself together? Right, okay. Right, before I read this next poem, I've just got to show something because normally we don't know what this is. It's called the sun, and we all know the sun does have feet. How else can it get up there every morning? Don't listen to scientists because they'll tell you like gravity. Well, I can't see it. You know what I mean? It's just making it up. I mean, the scientists said about the Big Bang, created life on Earth. I mean, the last time I had an accident, I didn't create life on Earth. And for those people that say they had an accident and they got pregnant, I don't think so. I I think it might have had something to do with two people joined together at some point. Right, well, the next one called Great Ideas. Ah, yeah, I got a great idea. Bing! The light's fully switched on. Oh, yeah. Now we go through it all, you know, this leads to that leads to this, what if, and don't forget, just in case. Yep, still sounds like a great idea to me. Full on, full in, developing it to be more. And you could go on like this, as you have before. But then, a reality came knocking on my door. Wasn't this the man who had great ideas before?
Yay!
Of course, for those caring about the environment, it does come with one of these, but it does take a bit longer to light up these bulbs. Right, now I can find it somewhere here. Right, okay. I often write stuff about it in poetry stalls and do long poems about it, like Dead Poets, Geezer on Poet and that. And I've got this ancient script, because I'm part of the club, you know, we like to keep, this is not tea spilt on it, this is because it's so old. So I'm going to read you, and this, you know, you really need to keep hold of this. This is a bit of a gem. And to get to all the poetry snobs here, you might want a shortcut. So this is the shortest way to the longest poem. The end. Now, if I've got time, I've got I especially got a story that was taken from the well-known magazine, The Squirrel Daily News. And I write stuff from my own point of view, and etc. And I write this from on the point of view from the squirrel. I obviously haven't been one once before. I have to ask though, are there any, this is going quite well actually. Are there any grey squirrels here tonight? I don't mind, but if you are a grey squirrel, you might want to turn away now because you might see red.
Oh.
I want to show you, for those that might not be able to imagine, grey squirrel stood before you, red squirrel, sorry, speaking before you. So I'm just wondering if this helps. Really, it would be better if you just imagined a squirrel stood before you, because it was saving the stationery. And, you know, I mean, luckily I'm not getting paid for this, because I'd have to do some creative writing called creative accounting. And I can misuse numbers as well as I can misuse words. Okay, I sense your readiness. They might almost call it squirrel. I think that's about it, apart from I've got some nuts, obviously. Okay, so where I live, there were some trees outside, and some stuff happens, and I wrote this story, and it's called The Story The Squirrel Never Wrote. It was going to be called The Poem The Squirrel Never Wrote, but it was a bit long. What the? Said the squirrel. Whatever do we do? Now we're just another bunch of homeless squirrels. But we used to live in a row of trees. Our neighbours, true, were the humans. They live in a row of houses, strange but true. They're a strange bunch, those humans. But I suppose it takes all sorts. We never had much to do with them, to be honest. Their cats would chase us up the trees, just a game, but they could never catch us. Many a bird hopped by our place. Personally, though, I was never that keen on the pigeons. And when you've seen them flapping about clumsily amongst all the leaves and branches, you don't understand. I mean, would you have such clumsy folk in your home? I remember one of the humans used to feed us. We never needed it, we just played along. It was lonely. Humans suffer that, you know. He would throw out food, hide, and then make strange noises to beckon us. Like I said, we felt sorry for him, took the food, and then we'd leave it somewhere, you know, for the birds. Thanks, but not the heart to say no thanks. Let's face it, humans look like they've got enough of a problem without us being funny. We live and let live wherever we can. Anyway, where did it start to go wrong? Thinking back, a few weeks ago it was, we'd all gone out. I remember there was a lot of noise that morning. Some humans had turned up with noisy machines. So we all decided to go out for the day. Well, you would, wouldn't you? But I tell you, if I'd have stayed, well, I suppose there's not much I could have done as they chopped away at our homes. The best I could have done was throw some nuts at them. But then, of course, I would have had to dig them up first, and then what would I have had for tea? It's all true, really, I suppose. As you can tell, I'm not part of the squirrel security force. Not that we've got one, you know what I mean. That first day, a few weeks ago, they just took all the branches off. Half the trees on our road. I'll tell you, the birds weren't none too happy. Not that they did anything, I mean, they could have at least dropped some number 2s on them as they flew by. But I tell you, seeing a pigeon stood on top of a huge tree high in the air with no branches would be funny if it weren't your home. But after that day, it all went quiet. The last we heard was a human say, "Tea break!" And that was it. Their strange machine was full of bits from many a broken home, and off they went. Weeks passed and we had just got on with it. Some squirrels whose homes were affected just had to find new ones. For some of us, we were beginning to think things were back to normal. Weeks had passed, humans were still feeding us, cats chasing us, pigeons doing what pigeons do, and only pigeons could ever want to. And then, well, I only popped out to stretch my legs, and as I was approaching our street, I could see those same humans were back again. There was this terrible noise, and then boom, as my home was now no more. I remember saying to myself, what the f, but you know that. One of the squirrels shouted, "Tea break," hoping that this would make the humans stop and go away again. But it didn't. Humans just looked around strangely, looking at something on their wrist, and then carried on. Not that we truly understand human language. I mean, tea break might mean cut all the trees down, for all we know. But when you're desperate, you'll try almost anything. So there we are, another homeless squirrel among many, looking for a new street for his living. South facing, I think. Oh, joke, of course. North or south, fine with me. And not so close to the humans.
Well done.
Yay!